Could some Iranians be descendants of the lost tribes of Israel? The lost tribes of Israel vanished from history, or did they? What if some of their descendants are still living in modern Iran today? Most historians believe that present-day Jewish populations descend primarily from the ancient tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, along with centuries of migration, conversion, and intermarriage. The modern state of Israel, established in 1948, was founded by Jews from many parts of the world who trace their heritage, religion, or culture back to the ancient Israelites. But this raises a fascinating question. If most Jews descend from Judah, what happened to the other 10 tribes of Israel? The kingdom divides. After the death of Solomon, the United Kingdom of Israel split into 2 kingdoms. Northern Kingdom, Israel, consisted of 10 tribes, ruled by Jeroboam, 1 Kings 12:19. Southern Kingdom, Judah, consisted mainly of Judah and Benjamin, ruled by Rehoboam, 1 Kings 12:20-21. The Assyrian conquest. In 722 BC, the northern kingdom of Israel was conquered by the Assyrian Empire. The king of Assyria captured Samaria and carried Israel away to Assyria. 2 Kings 17:6. Thousands of Israelites were deported and resettled throughout the Assyrian Empire. Where were they taken? The Assyrian Empire covered regions that today include Iraq, Syria, Turkey, Iran. The Bible specifically mentions that some Israelites were settled among the Medes, whose territory was located in parts of modern-day western Iran, a century in exile. The mystery deepens when we look at the timeline. 722 BC, Israel falls to Assyria. 681 to 669 BC, reign of Esarhaddon. 669 to 631 BC, reign of Ashurbanipal. 612 BC, Nineveh falls. 609 BC, Assyria collapses. From the fall of Israel to the fall of Assyria, approximately 113 years passed. That means the original generation of Israelites taken captive would almost certainly have died before Assyria itself disappeared. By then, 4 or 5 generations had likely been born in exile. The lost identity. Imagine a Nigerian family moving to another country. The first generation remembers their homeland. The second generation grows up in the new land. The third generation may speak a different language and identify primarily with the country in which they were born. Over time, ancestral identity can fade. Could the same thing have happened to the Israelites? After more than a century in foreign lands, many descendants may no longer have known which tribe they belonged to. The Bible gives a glimpse of how easily genealogy could be lost. These searched for their family records, but they could not find them. Ezra 2:62. If some Jews struggled to prove their ancestry after roughly 70 years in Babylon, what might happen after more than 100 years scattered across the Assyrian Empire? A historical possibility. This leads to an intriguing theory. The lost tribes may not have vanished at all. Instead, they may have gradually assimilated into the peoples of Mesopotamia, Media, and Persia, losing their tribal identities over generations. If that happened, some descendants of the lost tribes could potentially be among the populations living in parts of the modern Middle East, including Iran. There is no definitive proof for this claim. However, it remains one of the most fascinating possibilities in biblical history. The mystery remains. The lost tribes of Israel did not necessarily disappear overnight. Perhaps they simply became part of the nations around them. Perhaps their descendants still exist today without knowing their ancient origins. And that is why the fate of the lost tribes remains one of the Bible's greatest unsolved mysteries.